A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us for the 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold, and without further ado, let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Now, headlines tonight: President Museveni and Ruto preside over the groundbreaking of the $500 million steel project. The First Lady Janet Museveni receives the International Woman Icon Awards for 2025. Regional security experts, government officials met over the region's fight against extremism. And Uganda's netball team, the She Cranes, departs for Scotland for the Celtic Cup. Once again, welcome. We now give you the news in detail. The Ugandan President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and his Kenyan counterpart, His Excellency William Ruto, have presided over the groundbreaking ceremony of the $500 million DevKey steel project in Tororo. Once completed within 2 years, the factory is expected to produce 1 million tons of steel annually, utilizing Uganda's abundant iron ore deposits located in Kabale district, western Uganda.
The commencement of the construction works of the DevKey mega steel plant has received the blessings of President Yoweri Museveni and President William Ruto of Kenya.
So what we are doing here is extending what I have done in the whole sector of minerals. I have banned the export of unprocessed minerals, all of them. Let them stay in the ground. If the present generation are asleep, kama watu wale wamelala, labda huko mbele wengine watakuja ambao wako na macho ya kuona. So I want to congratulate Dr. Guru for helping us to fulfill our vision of adding value to this Butare.
A testimony by the chair of DevKey Group of Companies of your commitment, of your encouragement, of your foresight on the establishment of this investment is a clear testimony of your leadership in our region.
The chairman of the DevKey Group of Companies and the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, hailed the initiative, applauding the commitment of the two heads of state towards import substitution and fast-tracking social and economic transformation.
This partnership reflects Uganda's vision of industrial transformation, of adding value to our national resources, creating employment for our youth, and strengthening our manufacturing base. Once operational, this will be the third iron and steel plant in Uganda, alongside Tembo's integrated plant in Iganga and Abyssinia's plant in Jinja.
Asante sana, Your Excellency. Your Excellency persistently encouraged me to put this project here. His vision for the country to creating the job and discouraging the importation of the steel into the Uganda. We have to be patriotic of our country and use the steel or any item manufactured in our country. Sir, currently Uganda is importing over $500 million steel per year.
According to statistics, Uganda and Kenya spend over $1 billion annually on steel imports. This is expected to change once the DevKey mega steel plant becomes fully operational within 2 years.
What you Africans need to know is the power of the pocket, the purchasing power. You can imagine the money we are giving to foreigners. $500 million a year from Uganda to foreigners. This is a lot of support for them. Kenya, you have had $800 million. This is a lot of support.
By fostering cross-border collaboration in strategic sectors such as steel manufacturing, Kenya seeks to enhance regional sufficiency, promote intra-Africa trade, and strengthen the foundation for collective prosperity under the East Africa Industrialization Strategy.
Valued at $500 million, the DevKey Mega Steel project is projected to significantly transform East Africa's industrial landscape. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
The First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has received the International Woman Icon Award 2025 from the Binary University of Management and Entrepreneurship in Malaysia. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, in attendance too during the conferment ceremony at State House Entebbe, commended Minister Janet Museveni for her outstanding contributions to the education and sports sector.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda, and the Minister of Education and Sports.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni applauded the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, for her unwavering contribution to Uganda's education and sports sector. He officiated at the ceremony where she received the International Women Icon Award 2025 from the Binary University of Management and Entrepreneurship of Malaysia.
For this exceptional contribution to humanity, the Center of Women Leadership in Binary University proudly confers upon Her Excellency, Madam Janet Kataha Museveni, the International Woman Icon Award 2025.
So I therefore congratulate Mama on this award, International Women Icon Award. She deserves it. She deserves it. She started a movement of philanthropic actors in Uganda here. And then later on, I didn't know this one, she added another attribute: political actor without cheap popularity.
President Museveni welcomed development partners for recognizing the First Lady's tireless efforts toward national transformation.
This to be done, should be done. She doesn't care about our cheap politics of pleasing this one, pleasing that one. No, it is correct. It must be done that way. So, and it worked in Ruham. And she's very strict. But, so it is doing politics in the real idealistic and enlightened way, rather than this politics of massaging mistakes, massaging this and that and that. That is another angle I have seen in her work.
The recipient, who also Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, shared the key motivations behind her humanitarian work and transformative campaigns, especially in her life in exile during the 1986 Liberation War in Uganda.
That is the time when my memory took me back to my own years of wandering as a refugee with our 4 children. Worries in my hands. With tears running down my face, I promised God at that time that I would not just sit at home and feed my children while the children whose parents had died in war cried for help in vain.
Representing the ministry, the State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Chrysostom Moyengo, commended Minister Janet Museveni for transformative education policies.
In higher education, Mama has witnessed growth in the number of public universities by establishing 5 new universities during her time in the ministry. This is in addition to the unparalleled increase in the number of private higher education providers. Mama has given the sector a new education policy to consider, to generate a new government white paper for education as the foundation policy for the sector. Mama in sports, Mama has superintended over an era of unprecedented success in sports for our country. She has prepared the country to do host Continental Football Competition of CHAN 2024 with high level of organization and execution as publicly acclaimed by CAF.
The Binary University Administration highlighted the accomplishments that earned the First Lady the International Women Icon Award 2025.
Today, we are deeply honored to celebrate Her Excellency, Madam Janet Kataha Museveni, a woman whose compassion, integrity, humility, values, and lifelong dedication to education, family welfare, and national development have touched countless lives of Ugandans.
Each year, the Center for Distinguished Women in Leadership at Binary University honors one distinguished personality for visionary leadership, women empowerment, and transformative impact on communities through lifelong service. Abdul Nasser Lowama and Chris Pastor-Naitwi for UBC.
Congratulations, Mama. Regional experts and security experts too, and also government officials and civil society met to strengthen the region's fight against violent extremism. They were meeting in Nairobi, Kenya to step up vigilance with fresh tools. These are the details.
This week in Giri, Nairobi, Kenya, specialists under the IGAD Center of Excellence for Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism validated key frameworks, ensuring they truly grounded in the lived realities of the communities with a need to empower families, youth, media, and leaders against the rising digital threats.
After about 5 years plus, things have changed. There's within that landscape of preventing and countering violent extremism, a lot has changed. So we got the help of experts who have been going around getting views and talking to experts also. And now we are trying to see if those views have been incorporated in this strategy and eventually be able to validate it.
Able to address the current and emerging issues, including artificial intelligence, the issues of climate change, gender and youth security issues, so that we are able to address them comprehensively and adequately, so that we can be able to counter the threat of violent extremism in our region.
The meeting, convened by IGAD Center of Excellence for Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism, focused on validating newly developed tools that address radicalization in an era of rapidly evolving threats.
Some of the drivers of violent extremism is some actions that we do from the house. You know, some people don't know in their homes they are driving violent extremism. Your father, you're oppressive to your children. There is nobody who is hard. So the revolt starts from home.
The center director, Dr. Simon Nyambura, underscored producing evidence-based community-driven approaches.
We come together, we exchange, we find what challenges are you having? How have you strengthened your institutions? How are you dealing with those challenges? What is out there that we don't know, that we need all of us collectively as a region to be able to adopt? How do we harmonize our both the actions and legal systems and others?
A key discovery was the growing influence of technology, especially artificial intelligence and social media.
There was a special recognition for environmental factors around climate change, or what we call climate resilience, and these are conflicts that are driven by environmental challenges like water shortages or drought, or even migration that is driven by drought or other environmental factors. The other aspect is the use of technology. With the evolving technology and sophistication among the people, different actors, including malicious actors, are able to use technology, modern technologies like cryptocurrencies and blockchain, either to evade evasion. And one of the things we found is that the digital space is a prime area for radicalization, as people come across different material that ends up radicalizing them.
From Gigiri, Nairobi, the consultation recommended investment in digital literacy initiatives, improved monitoring of online radicalization, and deeper collaboration with grassroots actors who often detect early warning signs.
Some of the recommendations, of course, include addressing the issue of new and emerging technologies, specifically looking at artificial intelligence. And this is a very critical facet that we think this day and age that needs to be adequately looked at.
Also integrate technology, first in terms of even monitoring digital currencies, but also keeping an eye on the digital space to see what activities that are happening there to prevent radicalization in that sense. But it's also creating digital content and working with digital content creators to also avail information that is able to empower people to be able to make the right choices.
The review shows progress but highlights limited funding and weak coordination. Mutonyi Hilda and Robert Waiter, UBC.
Furthermore, in our news tonight, the Minister for Kampala, Minsa Kabanda, has launched Makinje Division Muslim Women Saving and Credit Cooperative Society, having over 500 members. She encouraged Muslim women to work collectively to form cooperatives as a pathway to financial empowerment and development. These are the details.
The minister in charge of Kampala metropolitan area, Hajat Minsa Kabanda, has urged Muslim women and members of the faith to cooperate closely with their spouses, especially during this political season, in order to maintain stability in their homes. She further called on Muslim women to embrace a culture of saving and actively participate in circles and other self-help groups.
And to ask them to look to support the President of Uganda, His Excellency the President of Uganda, and they are willing to do so. So I'm so grateful. I know we're going to meet in Kampala, we are going to meet in Machindi, not only the President, but all the flag bearers of Machindi. Let them vote for the President.
The resident city commissioner for Kampala, Alhajile Mawia, also encouraged women to join organized groups if they are to benefit from government programs.
Also, we form cooperatives because working alone and investing alone, those monies are too small. But if you work as a team and invest as a team, definitely these monies can multiply and be able to have a lot of money with you on your accounts. People borrow and you share the proceeds as time allows. But I want also to appeal to you Ugandans, please, cooperatives is the way to go.
Harima Titi Namanda, chairperson of the newly formed Muslim Women Circle, explained the motivation behind establishing the cooperative, saying it aims to uplift the economic well-being of Muslim women in the division.
Muslim women were all left behind. Because they are not sensitized, they are not informed. So today we are launching our circle to make sure that these ladies are brought together, the Muslim women are brought together, are sensitized about the government programs.
Ajam Chibedi Bashir for UBC.
And in more UBC News tonight, at least 137,546 candidates will sit the November-December 2025 vocational and technical assessment examinations starting Monday, December 24th to 18th at 743 assessment centers. The Executive Secretary of the Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessment Examinations Board, Onesmus Oyesije, says that there are a number of candidates sitting this season and these numbers have increased.
The November-December 2025 assessment series commenced on Friday, 21st November 2025, with a briefing of candidates across the country by heads of centers. The Executive Secretary, Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessment Examinations Board, OVITAB, Onesmus Oyesije, at a press briefing said the board has registered the highest number of candidates enrolled on various technical and vocational education and training TVET programs.
Out of the 137,546 registered candidates, 22,212 candidates are registered to sit for modular and full occupational level 1, 2, and workers pass.
Of these candidates, 80,654 candidates are male, 56,892 are female, and there is increasing registration of special needs candidates pursuing various TVET professions.
The special needs candidates will be accorded support personnel such as sign language interpreters, transcribers, and guides. The board will accordingly deploy over 150 support personnel to assist candidates with special needs.
A total of 920 scouts will be deployed to ensure that all the assessment is done in accordance with the TVET Act No. 3 of 2025, and OVITAB sound a strong warning to candidates against examination malpractices.
This law has also conditioned all TVET providers that regardless of the training, whether the training is taking place in universities or not, they are all now being assessed by UVTAB. So universities have also joined those that were teaching certificates and diploma levels, and they are really many. So that has also contributed to the numbers increasing.
People have realized what TVET is. It is where the jobs are. They are studying hands-on, so the interest is increasing. And now with the new reforms, where we are even targeting the employer-led TVET system, we anticipate the numbers to even become higher and higher.
The board also deployed over 2,500 practical assessors to formal TVET and over 1,000 assessors for informal TVET to conduct on-the-spot practical assessments of the candidates.
A team from the Ministry of Health has assessed the status of water, sanitation and hygiene facilities in schools and health centers in Western Uganda. Now, this is part of a sanitation and hygiene fund, a 2-year project implemented by the Ministry of Health in partnership with Water for People. These are the details.
The project aims to improve access to safe water, sanitation and hygiene through health education, awareness campaigns and the construction of modern, inclusive sanitary blocks and mass hand-washing facilities countrywide.
The aim is to ensure that as the partners, as the funders leave, we should have a mechanism to have these facilities maintained by the districts and the health facilities as well as the schools that are the beneficiaries.
This project, for the schools we have visited, does not actually only tackle school water, sanitation and hygiene, but also it tackles aspects at healthcare facilities. We have seen significant improvements. Starting with the schools, school enrollments have improved, performance has improved. Then crossing to healthcare facilities, realize that most of our facilities, the at OPD patients have improved.
At Kiburara Primary School and Kaboyo Primary School in Kabarole District, administrators say the new facilities have significantly improved menstrual hygiene for girls, increased students' enrollment, reduced absenteeism and boosted academic performance.
For periods, they could fear coming to school. They could not be having maybe some sanitary pads to use, but now as a school we provide for them. And there is a washroom where they exchange their pads all the time when they need.
You will find a girl coming, picking a sanitary towel after he washes her body. Then that one has has brought us the decline in absenteeism of girls and staying at home that they are sick for the whole week.
Kidubuli and Chico Health Center 3 are also among the beneficiaries. Health workers report improved hygiene standards, an increase in outpatient attendance, and better overall quality of healthcare service delivery.
During the BOQs, the government didn't put in the latrines or the washrooms, but when the water aid came in to manage to construct for us this pit latrine, which you can see.
Of all, it has benefited the disabled people. These people usually would go to facilities and find latrines without a provision for them to go in or have a service. But Water for People, when it constructed the pit latrine, it put a pathway which is so accessible that they can move.
The Sanitation and Hygiene Fund project supports Uganda's efforts to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 6, as well as the National Development Plan 4 and Vision 2040. Officials say it will help reduce the burden of preventable wash-related diseases, contribute to the country's social and economic development. Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
And in more UBC News tonight, the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Anita Among, has called on NRM leaders in the western region of Uganda to mobilize supporters ahead of the campaign rallies for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. UBC has more details.
She made the remarks at Adit Mall, Mbarara City, during a planning meeting for the president's campaign starting tomorrow, Monday, 24th November 2025.
Let's support NRM from top to bottom. Even if you're my friend, and you've been my friend, if you're an independent, you're an independent. For now, we shall regain the friendship in January, after elections.
Among urged leaders to welcome the president and mobilize even more supporters, noting the party's strong performance in other regions.
And we want to assure you, we have the best candidate. It is only our candidate that has a manifesto. The rest of the people who are standing do not have manifestos. They are only talking about our candidate. Their manifesto is our candidate.
District NRM leaders, flag bearers and party officials gathered in Mbarara City to prepare for the campaign.
I want to assure you today, Mbarara, wherever all places in Ankole, now they are for Museveni, they are for NRM. And remember, we are welcoming our own child at home. So we have no reasons of not voting him. But I want to assure you, the love of the party has totally increased.
I call upon the youth. I call upon the border guys, the boxers, the sports guys, the youth, everyone. But especially in my department where I'm in youth, I know we are the voters, isn't it? As you all know, that our population is 78% of youth. That is a big number. So let's all rally behind our president.
The director NRM Mobilization, Rosemary Nansuga-Seninde, encouraged supporters to back on the NRM flag bearers.
If we truly love our party, let's not divide this. Let's not cut our child into pieces. Because when we divide our votes, it's like we are dividing our child, or we are cutting our child, which is the party. So if we all truly love the party, we are calling upon leaders to ensure that we make life for the independents really difficult.
She also appealed to safeguard NRM votes to preserve the party's achievements.
President Museveni has kept this country in peace and stability. And it is this peace and stability that has enabled our country to reach the development it has achieved. But more so, it is from this development that that wealth has been created.
Several MPs and party leaders pledged full support.
My call to fellow youth is to vote the NRM, is to vote our dear President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and to protect the gates.
Invite all people of Shema. It will be a public holiday. People will come. Everything is there. Please come and receive HE, the president.
And that's why we are praying that President Museveni is re-elected. This will ensure stability of our country. Will ensure that we have investor confidence, And then we also enable us be able to have our oil, our first oil, and our oil will come out and go to the market.
Discriminatory gender norms continue to fuel rising cases of gender-based violence in Gulu City, prompting civil society organizations to intervene. According to the Thrive Gulu organization, harmful cultural practices such as denying women property rights, limiting girls' education, and male-dominated household structures remain major triggers of violence, as this report shares with us.
Cultural leaders also acknowledge that customary land restrictions worsen the situation for women.
But also when it comes to the kind of economic engagement that the women are engaged in, women are supposed to be seen in the gardens, harvesting the crops, plowing the garden, and supporting the family with food, when the men are supposed to be deciding on the proceeds of the garden.
The paramount chief told the chiefs that my men, you go out, have meetings with your people, tell them the customary land belongs to all the family members. Female, males, resources in the house belong to both the woman and the man. Both the men, the boys and the girls must have equal rights to education. And that is the message, again, the chiefs are trying to spread.
With the support from the Austrian development agency Kaya International and Thrive Gulu are implementing the GEAR project aimed at empowering women and equipping youth with the skills.
Fighting gender and social norms change is not a one-man's role. Through our various interventions, we have seen many women taking on various businesses and starting up.
Thrive is working with community structures to fight GBV and especially challenging social gender norms through the role model men that we have trained.
The initiative has transformed families such as that of Peter Kisoko and Atim Mercy, who previously endured constant violence linked to alcoholism, but are now role models in a peaceful coexistence.
So I used to fight. I used to get advice from friends in the bar, and it was not okay.
It's true. Before Gea comes, we used to quarrel, we used to fight. A friend of my husband and started advising him. I'm saying now, he now stopped drinking alcohol, he stopped fighting, we share together. We are now happy in the house.
Gulu City's Community Development Officer Geoffrey Lakwanyero traced the persistent GBV cases to the region's post-war instability, which led to economic and social breakdown.
I would say GBV in Gulu City is not very good. The history of war really weakened our livelihood. Many died. Up to now, we are unable to recover physically, economically.
Joseph Forama, UBC News.
With Momo, you have the power to pay for shopping more easily using your phone. Dial *165*3# or scan to download Momo app and pay for anything. No hassling for change. And even better, if you run out of money while paying, you can simply add core with Momo Advance. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for Silk Vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical-looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person, who recommends me to another person, who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
UEDCL is offering a normalization window until the 31st of December 2025 for those who have illegally connected into power lines or tampered with power metering equipment. Register with UEDCL at www.uedcl.co.ug/wetereze to normalize your connection to avoid penalties or prosecution. Visit any UEDCL office in your area for assistance or call our toll-free numbers at 0800 203 088 or 0800 285 285 and 0800 385 385. Take advantage of this normalization window before the law catches up with you. UEDCL, lighting up your world.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Kabogozi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namaguli to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. If you walk on the era, NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you. You can register for NSSF. I'll contribute to your Simate life. Now deep down in the Barara. Make NSSF payments. No hala okubekarangala. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow kuhika gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Obeda. NSSF, a better life.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful Kids Water Park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Form Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. Vivo Energy Uganda has partnered with Church of Uganda to extend affordable clean energy cooking in different schools across the country in a bid to transform the traditional cooking habit of schools from firewood to the use of gas. This will accelerate the adoption of gas cooking to reduce the reliance on firewood that compromised workers to health hazards.
The Polish-Uganda Mining Conference in Kampala sought collaboration between the two countries on extractive industries in the economic transformation of Uganda. The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabirwa, says countries are eyeing critical minerals in Uganda's mining sector to support the energy transition.
So the geologies that we have, strengths that we
on the environment is going to be immense, and we are just starting with model schools because Church of Uganda has over 5,000 primary schools and over 600 secondary schools. So model schools are fewer, and we are saying that we are beginning with model schools so that they inspire other schools. So this is a seminar to cause enlightenment to all head teachers.
We are looking for alternative sources of energy. So we realize that the school and education institutions in particular, we are supposed to be supposed to educate. We're supposed to teach. But when we come out as number one in using firewood, we lose the very meaning of why we have these education institutions. So when you speak to us as institutions of education, you are speaking to a very big catchment area. I just told you I'm having 7,000 learners, and you are speaking to about 14,000 parents. Just assume every child has a father and what? Mother. There are about 14,000 parents. That we should not go for wood, we should not go for charcoal. We need to have smarter ways of cooking our food. So they are speaking to us, and we are speaking to 7,000 learners, and they are speaking to their parents. So we have that ripple effect.
To applaud the Church of Uganda for leading the way, and with this, I'm sure once we do the installation, as I've said, the installations come with the bulk tank, and also with that comes a professional piping. Now, Vivo Energy is an expert and has invested in these tanks. These tanks are brought from Portugal and from different areas, and we have those technologies here, and we're able to install. This is an installation that will cost over $20,000, but for the model schools and for the ones that we choose through the Church of Uganda, we do it for free of charge, and all the schools have to do is buy the gas.
The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabirwa, has said that Uganda's mining sector has a huge potential as countries eye minerals to support the energy transition agenda. She was speaking at the Polish-Uganda Mining Conference here in Kampala.
The Polish-Uganda Mining Conference in Kampala sought collaboration between the two countries on extractive industries in the economic transformation of Uganda. The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabirwa, says countries are eyeing critical minerals in Uganda's mining sector to support the energy transition.
So the geologies that we have, strengths that we have, are expected to create. That's why the narrative now is focusing on critical minerals. Why critical? Critical because they are going to make us survive. In energy transition, And why transit? Because we have to clean up. We have to clean up by utilizing clean energy.
The history of Poland is the history of states, and Uganda has states as well. The history of warriors. Uganda has warriors. The history of entrepreneurs. We have them as well. But above all, it is a history of internal commitment to peace, patriotism, and steadfast transformation.
The Polish government pledged to maintain a beneficial partnership with Uganda to explore opportunities in the mining sector.
I deeply believe that the geological knowledge of some places, of some potential mineral deposits, should be better developed. This is the starting point. The second thing, truly agree, capacity building.
We want to strengthen our cooperation to ensure that we leverage the innovation and ingenuity of the Republic of Poland, especially in areas of geological additional work that we need to do to quantify our resources.
Key players in the mining sector were urged to maintain responsible mining practices that prioritize environmental sustainability and economic inclusivity.
Uganda is facing a growing gap between the rice it produces and the rice its people consume. With rising demand, much of the shortfall is now filled by imports from Tanzania. A new partnership with the South Korea will introduce quick maturing, high quality aromatic rice seeds and supporting farmers won aromatic prices.
Uganda produces about 300,000 tons of rice each year, yet national consumption leaves a deficit of more than 200,000 tons, raising the need to import rice.
Our project, we analyze that we need to intervene at the point of smallholder farmers. Smallholder farmers are the majority of the producers. They produce 90% of the rice output of the country.
In near future, we will cover the annual demand of Ugandan people.
Here at Doho Irrigation Scheme in eastern Uganda, the Korea Partnership for Innovation of Agriculture, known as COPIAM, has introduced a quick maturing aromatic rice foundation seed to boost yields.
They take up to 3 months in the field. Now compared to the local super which our farmers have been growing in Palisa, Soroti and so on, which takes 5 months to grow, and that's a long time really for the farmer to wait before they go to the market.
The project is equipping farmers with agricultural inputs and training in modern agronomic practices.
And we are very grateful. The farmers are very grateful. As you have said, aromatic rice fetches more money.
To improve crop quality even further, COPIA has launched the Rice Seed King Contest, a competition that evaluates farmers on plant growth, field management, and productivity with awards for those who meet the highest standards.
Productivity covers the biggest percentage of the marks because we want to improve the farmer's yield from 2.5 tons to more than 3.5 tons per hectare, and we've already surpassed the 3.5 tons per hectare.
Second season, we started this farmer-centered, operated, the certified seed production and distribution, the activity project. They achieved the average productivity 4.8 tons per hectare.
Representatives from South Korea in Uganda on the project's progress. The delegation was shown how the Seed King is selected and how the improved varieties are taking root within the community. The team was confident about the program's impact.
우간다 코피아 센터에서 하고 있는 이 사업을 한번 보고 싶어서 왔고요.
The objective of Kopia Uganda Center is to raise productivity of rice. He has heard that the passion and determination of Ugandan farmers, rice farmers, has been well acknowledged by many, and so he wanted to see for himself what that was.
다른 아프리카 나라에서도 좋은 모범 사례로서 되지 않을까 저는 그렇게 생각하고요.
이번 저희 한국
We are here to observe the procedure of how that is done. Currently, the Dole farmers are producing seeds using seed production activities via the initiative titled K Rice Belt. When the seed production complex is completed in 2028, high-quality seeds will be produced for Ugandan farmers.
평가가 끝나면은
The partnership offers hope to farmers of Doho, which will support Uganda produce enough rice and reduce dependency on inputs. Sadam Mubale, Joseph Okou, UBC News.
nateranga nyingiro ne banafa ba MTN wanji MTN walololo MTN gamba ki to get the power to win njagalo ofuna eryanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ota ngenda kubanga bobukadde 10 buli wiki wanji ngenda kubanga kwasa obukadde 10 buli wiki ku simu ye nyinyi kyabonka kimu kyokka line ya MTN bana beka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula ndakwese momo mubulira buli ogenda okusasula ngenda kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo oyinza okuga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanji ogenda kuinvestinga kozesa momo abwe MTN we jamani nekwa obukadde 10 buli wiki wala kastenyo bimala bwe pa wentandika ngamba kiye kiriwo wanji nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze bitu no amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial star 165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
Welcome back. We now take you into the world of sports. Uganda's national netball team, the She Cranes, has departed for Scotland for the Celtic World Cup. Let's take a look.
The mission of elevating the team's global rank, Uganda's national netball team, the She Cranes, is off to Scotland for the Celtic Cup. The contingent of 12 players and officials is headlined by Margaret Bagala, Shadia Nasanga, Aya Gloria, Lilian Agio, Christine Nakito, Shakira Nasaka, Lilian Achola, Akelo Marisera, Fidaus Namulema, Specials Namukose, and Shafi Nalwanja. The team has been flanked off by Netball Uganda President Jocelyn Uchanda, who addressed a key issue about player availability, with Mary Nuba expected to join the team, while team captain Rachel Nanyonga awaits clearance.
The She Cranes, the national netball team that are going to Scotland to compete in the Celtic Cup that is starting on the 26th of November up to 30th November. This team you see here is very well prepared. The coaches and the technical team have done a very good job. The team is in good shape. They've been very well facilitated by government. Right now, the team captain, Nanyonga Rachel, has not traveled with the team. Her visa has not come out, and also the visa for the team coach, for the team doctor. So I'm also left behind to ensure that they get their visas so that they can join the team.
During the Celtic Cup at Glasgow's Emirates Arena, the She Cranes will face Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Namibia, and Zimbabwe.
More in sports, the Mwiri League launched Season 6 in an explosive style, drawing hundreds of Busoga College Mwiri alumni to its new home at the International University of East Africa Sports Ground in Kansanga.
The opening weekend delivered a high-energy mix of football, reunion excitement, and the electrifying Guinness Match Day on Tour experience.
Welcome to Season 6 Match Day 1 of the Mwiri League. We've partnered with the Mwiri League once again, as we've done in the previous league, just like we always do for all the other alumni leagues when it comes to football. And why Guinness is doing this is basically to create communion. Through these leagues is what we see carrying communion, togetherness. You see different classes from different years coming together, networking, and sharing love over the game of football. And for us, that's what Guinness is all about.
Alumni enjoyed live Premier League action from the giant Guinness Matchday track, health services, national ID registration, and several sponsor activations that kept the venue buzzing.
So I welcome the old boys back to Mwiri League Season 6. And you can see this is not the first season. We are in Season 6 and we have the best old boys league in the country. You see what's happening. And I also want to thank so much our sponsors for coming through and coming to support us. Like I always say, Mwiri's best days are still ahead of us. The league, what has it done for us? It has brought us together.
On the pitch, defending champions Sausi cruised to a 2-0 win over Destroyers, while Makaya impressed with back-to-back victories. Fans were kept fired up by performances from Karoga Sita and MC Cats. The league chairperson Shadrach Olinga hailed the turnout and promised even bigger action in December as the family-themed matchday returns.
22nd, we've just had the match day 1. 3 weeks from now, because of the festive season and the elections coming up, we'll have a Mwiri League family day for the families and everything. So we'll have it on the 13th day of December. We'll be holding it here. So look out for that date as well.
He's alongside Andre Santos as Moses Caicedo drops.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and do join me later on at 10 p.m. for a lengthier bulletin. I am styled by La Vie Boutique, located on Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda.
UBC